Alright, Victor here, StoryMercedes.com. Jack, this is another one for you here. So, what I'm doing here is I'm checking up on, well, I have to get to the belt anyway because AC compressor needs to be replaced anyway. And at the same time, I'm here having access to pulleys where I can just spin them and see if there are any pulleys that need replacing as well. So we'll start off with the alternator down under there. It's pretty good, no noise. Air pump, smoke pump, has a little bit. Has a little bit of a noise, a little bit of a play, but they always have a little play, but the noise, you hear that noise. There's a little bit of a noise from the air pump bearing in that pump. This idler has a chip to it, right there. It was already there. I never saw it because the belt was covering it. And this one seems okay, but replace it anyway because it actually did make noise when it was cold. I ran the engine for a little bit and then it became a little warmer. There it goes. So yeah, that's the noise that was there, so it's to be replaced. Idler for water pump. Nice and quiet. Water pump itself, pretty quiet too. A little bit of play, just slight. You can see there's a little bit of play to it, but not very critical. And that's still okay, more or less. This can live for some time. Belt tensioner pulley. That one is okay. For the most part, it's okay. Let me just say hello to my friend here. You alright? Oh, hold on a second, I'm just doing something. Okay, sorry for that. Let's continue the recording. Just had to say hello to a friend of mine here. He passed by. So we were checking belt tensioner. It is fine. No play here. Power steering and suspension pump. Nice and tight too. So a little bit of play. A little bit of play, agreed. Yes, there is a little bit. You hear it. But it's pretty tight. I do not see it leaking, so we'll be alright. And the thing that we're going to do is this AC compressor. So first of all, you see how it's all coming apart here. That's the clutch coil. Well, you had the noise coming from it regardless, so either whatever the thing happened, whatever happened to it happened. So this is just like material from clutch coil here. The whole compressor itself is difficult to spin, so it's like kind of seized in a way. I'm trying to spin it. Usually they spin easier than this, or at least the recent AC compressor I just did 2 days ago, it was spinning just fine. Again, don't quote me on this because, oh, I see what happened. You see, that's why it's hard to spin. The coil separated. You see, it's like it's freewheeling. So you see, it's not spinning actually. I didn't see that. I'm looking at the video right now because I cannot see it at that angle. This portion, this piece, is supposed to spin. So it just completely probably seized. I'm trying to, yeah, look at that. It's just done. It's all gone. So it was dying slow death, and now you hear that grind because it's all out of alignment. Whew. Okay, well, at least it's not hot right now. So yeah, so this is basically done. That's about it. Maybe it would have lifted. See, that's why it was hard to spin it, because it's the coil separated from the actual shaft. The pulley that spins the shaft, you know, for the AC, it's like that pulley. It's that was basically the part that's supposed to engage to the drive pulley, and then you'll just activate together. It's just separated. So that was it. Hey, Lupa, shh, shh. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell's going on. The cat is nuts. So yeah, so here we are. So I'm thinking, like I said, oh, the belt. That's another thing. Most likely that's what AC did. The belt is splitting. Most likely the AC compressor took out the belt as well, because you see the split runs all the way across. Obviously you're not leaving this thing in there. I do have brand new belt, same one, original dealer part. This belt, it's the same brand, but that seemed to be a replacement. It's a Cantitech 8 pack. It's the same brand as the Mercedes uses, but Mercedes original has it has Mercedes number on it as well next to it. Well, at least the older, older belts had it. Maybe this one. I mean, I don't know. But Cantitech, Continental Cantitech, that's the one, that original. That was originally installed. That's the company that made them, the belts for these cars. That's from as far as I've seen them. Yeah, except like I said, it had the dealer number next to it. Okay, so basically I'll wrap this up right now for now, because now I need to get engine mounts. So as we know, engine mount is not a walk in the park to do. I would like to have engine mounts already available when I will be doing AC compressor, because most likely that will give me extra room to pull them out when I do AC compressor, and I can raise the engine to get to hoses and pipes and whatever easier like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, if you want to do engine mounts, and the engine mounts are flat as pancakes, these are done. Like if you look at them, they're like, there's nothing there. There's like, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just basically engine is laying on the frame directly on the upper portion of the mount. It's not even suspended. Like right here, I don't know if my camera picks it up. Where's the mount? I don't know if you can see that. See, the shield, it's supposed to be about an inch higher. So that's how it's supposed to be. Same for transmission mount, most likely that thing is toast. Okay, so see, I just keep going around the HVAC valve. Now, Jack, I got your email. The way I see it is this. I mean, you know what? It is what it is. You're already doing this car right. Might as well just go and just do the valve. And also, you're in Canada, so it gets warm. I mean, well, it does get warm too, but it also gets quite cold. So have two heaters, it's actually a good thing, I would say, versus not to have it. And like, I don't really like these kind of things. Hoses would be banging around. I mean, yeah, I can tie them up, but the pressure will still be in the system. You got plugs. I mean, I can obviously buy better ones. I put like a copper. The way I would have done it is to seal them. The way I would do it is I would to go and install like a copper plugs, like an end caps from plumbing store, because they're copper. They're not, they're gonna hold on to corrosion better. These are chromed steel, so that's not the best.
So that's why I would just put copper ones and call it a day. Yeah, I can block it off, leave it blocked off, but you know, like I said, you're doing the right thing. There's so many things done to this car, and I think it would, yeah, just bite a bullet, get a new valve, put it in, call it a day, so you have properly working heat in the back. Because one solenoid was shorted, even if I put it all back together, yeah, maybe it was working when you first got the car, but then it could have been that one side worked, the other one didn't. So if you put rear AC on, then one heater core is always hot, and then you're basically trying to cool super hot heater core. It just doesn't make sense, so it's not efficient. The AC will not be efficient in the back. So that's why, I don't know, it's up to you, of course. I mean, I can, like I said, put caps in it, put these clamps back on, let it be. If you want to put the valve later, it's totally up to you. You just have to remove this paneling, and you know, this whole cover here it came out. I took it all out, so I get to it. And this shroud, this is the fan shroud. It was zip tied already before me. You see there are some little damages here and there, so that's from previous repairs. Most likely something happened there. The fan clutch seemed to be also a replacement part, because this is not original, so it's a Vimo. The bolt itself, that's got to be a replacement bolt, because this is not a stick of the fan clutch, it's thinner, so usually you are supplied with shorter bolt, but it seems like it's been replaced a while back, because you got corrosion on the bolt, and so that obviously stayed in the vehicle for a while. What I want to do is I want to actually put in a little bit of anti-seize, because anti-seize will prevent it from getting stuck, because it is really tight in there. It took me a little bit of time to remove this bolt. Heads are okay, so that's why I would put anti-seize and call it a day, because it's very difficult to remove the fan if the bolt is barely turning. You're gonna do little by little. So if it's, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna run anti-seize through it and tighten it up. It's spinning the other way, so its chances of fan getting loose next to nothing. So yeah, all right, so I guess I got you covered here. I did remove the upper holes here because I don't want to break any of the spigots here. These are very easy to break, so that's why I did remove the hose. So I'm not pulling on the hose by any means. You break this, you need radiator, or you have to plastic weld this. So I didn't break any, so that's good news, because I removed the pipe. There is a metal reinforcement on this one, and there is nothing on this one. Where is the camera here? You see, this is very easy to break, so you're better off taking the hose off when you work in this area, and obviously from here. This looks pretty clean, so maybe somebody replaced the thermostat at some point of time, so that's good news too. And the wires also, the wires seem to be also replacement. The replacement wires, because you got these numbers, original ones. Well, at least on my cars, they don't look like this. They have like a dark brown numbering, just like a little kind of like an I don't know how to call it, like a label or something, and it's solid. This one, you see, this is some sort of like a snap-on kind of labeling. See, it's just like you can pull it in and out, on and off. Whereas the original one is permanently sitting on it. You can't remove it. It's just molded around the cable. Not a big deal, so that's a good news then. If somebody changed the wires, that's good. Mine as well. And plugs I already replaced, and fuel pressure regulator. ASR light came on again. I don't know, maybe for under voltage, because the car was sitting for a while and I was trying to start it. So I'm gonna double check on that. Okay, so I guess that's about it. It's a long video again as usual. So here, light. But this is where we are at this point. So AC to be done regardless. That's to be done. Engine mounts, might as well to do it, because AC will be out, so there'll be a little more room for me to pull the mounts, the one on the driver's side out. Passenger side should come through down there. Air pump pulley, it's up to you if you want me to replace the bearing. I mean, I can do that, but it's kind of like still okay, so I don't know if you want to just spend extra money doing that. This one is not expensive, so that little pulley, that's to be done. I always replace them when I change belts.
belt, of course, to be done. So this is where we are. Okay, cool. So I'll call it quits. This is all for me. This is Victor at HistoryMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.